well, 26 years ago, 27 years ago, I'm not even sure, Jim Kirkman, who was a member of Shepherd of the Desert, had come up here and was one of the founding members of the church and said, hey, you help out at Shepherd of the Desert, we need a teacher up here, will you come up? And so at that time I was a stay-at-home mom. I had been a kindergarten teacher, and so I kind of came up and I actually fell in love with the preschool director. She was wonderful, and my kids were Karen Holiday, and she was just kind of like a second mom to me and really nurtured me. And I fell in love with the moms and the community, and slowly we had this wonderful staff of faith-filled women that became my friends. And then Pastor Mark came and kind of talked me into coming to church here, because I had been a member at Shepherd of the Desert for 30 something years at that point. And so my husband and I said, let's come and listen to the new guy once. It was the beginning of the year, and we're like, okay, we're going to sit here just for this week. And so then my husband was like, yeah, he was good. Well, it's a sermon series, so why don't we better just come back next week. And so then kind of a few weeks went by, and we never said we were leaving Shepherd of the Desert. We were just like, yeah, we're just going to kind of just stay and kind of help things along. And now it's been, 10 years? Has it been 10 years? Something like that. So 10 years later, yeah, we're members, and she slowly came, and my son Mike came.
So we grew up coming here. Like, we weren't going to church here, but she's working here, so we're younger, and, oh, come and help me do this, come and help me do this. We're doing this for the preschool. And so even when we weren't members here, we were coming up here and kind of just involved in all of that. And so we knew everyone here, even though we weren't formally members, and it just kind of felt like a second home. And so I always knew I wanted to get married in the church, and this was just like a really special place to be able to do that, in a place that people that have known you your whole life kind of get to watch you do all these different big life events. And like Pastor Jeremy found out I wanted lights hung, and so he hung the lights, and you married us, and Connie ran the whole day, and Christy did the music, and Nick sang at the reception, and Michelle put together the programs. And so it was just like all of these people who had been a part of my life. It was really neat to kind of like have one more, big thing that they got to see. So it was special. It was always something that was nice. We always had people in our life that were like your friends, or people that we went to church with that were other Christians, that were just kind of other adults in our life that weren't our parents, that were just also kind of making sure we were on the right track and checking in with us and doing the right thing. And okay, this is just kind of like the expectation, like this is how you're going to live your life. And so, you go away to college, and it's not like this little Christian environment, and you kind of realize like, okay, well, this is not how I, behave, because this is how my family raised me. And having all these different kind of Christian influences in my life growing up that weren't just my parents was also really important, because sometimes you don't hear things well from your parents when you're in college. And so when you have these other people kind of checking in on you and just kind of making sure that you're kind of staying the course and everything like that was really important. So important to have a place that I feel like everyone kind of knew me here growing up, and now they're getting to kind of like watch me in this stage of my life, and having my child then see that and have a place to come back to, that this was like where our family did things, and this is the community that our family was a part of is really important. And I think that's what's great about here, is that it's just everyone is like very service oriented, everyone wants to help out, and it's a really great community to be a part of.
And yesterday was a perfect example. The church ladies had this beautiful shower for her, and I'm like emotional just thinking about it, because I think every single one of them were like, hey, we're her aunties, we'll watch her. Everybody was like, yeah.
They're like, you're signing up for shifts.
Yeah. And I mean, it was so thoughtful and so sweet how every single person just made this special day for her, and just we're so happy. And I think how when I came to school, how Patty cried in the church office, Patty and Michelle cried, and Pam was screaming, and Pastor Mark and Jeremy, and how everyone like that just multiplied my joy of this. You know, every woman just waits to be a mom and now a grandmother, and I think I want that for her. I want that for my daughter, and I want that for my granddaughter, for that next generation to feel that love and to always have that. And we still go, I belong to my church in Connecticut when I was a child, and I still bring her back, and we still see there's 2 people that are left alive. My mom would be in her hundreds, but they still welcome us back there. And I walk in and sing those hymns, and I'm like, I feel like my mom's right next to me, and I want that. I want that. Now I'm just like all mushy.
Super sweet.